Hello everybody, my name is God of Darkness 18 and welcome back to another manga video. This time I'm going to be showing you my first manga haul of the year 2020 and also the decade 2020s, so exciting stuff. Yeah, Happy New Year again, and what do you think of my new One Punch Man shirt? I got given this by my mum for my birthday, which will have passed as soon as this is put up. My birthday is on the 29th of January. And yeah, despite what my username says, I'm not actually turning 19. I am actually 26 now. Oh, I'm getting old, guys. But yeah, I'm really happy about this. My first, well, it's not my first, like, merch, so to speak, of like a fandom I'm in, but yeah, One Punch Man is one of my favorite manga, so I've not seen the anime yet, but I have heard really good things about it as well, so. But yeah, this month I have collected a total of 15 volumes, including some manga that my mum gave me for my birthday, and I will show you when I get round to them. And yeah, it's a strong haul for, I think, for my first haul of the decade slash year. And also, you will probably notice when I put this up, I have put a new thing on my channel. Well, not on the channel, for starting from this video, hopefully. I actually have thumbnails because I've been wanting to create thumbnails. I wanted to do it in my older videos, but it's not going to work out because too much work, and plus already people have already seen it. I just don't see the point of like editing the thumbnail if it's old videos. But regardless, I have a thumbnail and I made it myself. I hope you enjoy it. I'm not the best at taking photographs of myself, but yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. I actually can do that now. It feels so good to actually have a thumbnail, and I just need to make an intro for myself, and but that will hopefully come about in due time. But without further ado, let's get into this haul. I should also mention as well that it would have been much more than 15 volumes, but sadly a manga bundle I bought on eBay did not turn up because it got lost in transit or something like that, so unfortunately I did not receive that bundle. But regardless, these 15 volumes I have, I'm happy with. So let's get over and done with. First up is a series that I have seen before, and I was debating whether to get it, and I've heard very good things about it. And yeah, that's all I can really say. And yeah, it is Beastars Volume 1 by Paru Itagaki. Now, I don't really know much about this series. I know it's kind of like furries, so to speak, but no. From what I can gather, it's basically following these kids. They are all animals. This is the main character. I think his name, yeah, Wolf Legoshi. Well, he's called Legoshi and he's a wolf. And basically, from what I can see by the blurb, it's in a place called Cherryton Academy. An herbivore student is brutally murdered. Don't demonetize me or restrict this. Well, I'm not monetized anyway, but don't community guidelines me in that thing. But yeah, and basically Legoshi, who's this character I would assume because he's a wolf, is accused of the murder because he's the prime suspect, because he has a lot of things that will basically trigger him to commit murder. And for also judging by the blurb, basically there's possibly a romance blossoming between him and a dwarf rabbit called Haru. So that's pretty interesting. And yeah, I am excited to pick this up. I think there's actually 4 volumes out in English at the moment, but in Japan it's actually closing, so I am super excited to get into this, and hopefully I can pick up a couple more volumes. But then again, my fiance will probably kill me because I need to save up for my wedding. But yeah, that's pretty interesting, and yeah, the cover looks interesting, so very interesting use of colours, and yeah, that's all I can say really. It's Beastars Volume 1 by Paru Itagaki. Next up is my first pre-order of this year slash decade, and I'm really happy that I have it because this was my most anticipated manga of this year, and obviously because it was the beginning of the year I got it, and yep, now the hype has died down a bit. But I've got No Longer Human by Junji Ito, based on the novel by Osamu Dazai. And this is the first Junji Ito work I have seen, if it focuses a bit, that this is actually for a mature audience. So I'm expecting some interesting things to look in here. And yeah, I love this very simple cover. Very nice hole here. It's actually, when I picked this up for the first time, I thought I saw this. I'll show you this. That's a beautiful picture to look at. And I think there might be a picture. Yeah, there's a picture here at the back as well. So yeah. But the one thing that's going to really hit me hard is possibly like possible mentions of like suicide and stuff like that, because this is technically a semi-autobiography of Osamu Dazai. I don't know much about it. I just know that the novel has been deemed Osamu Dazai's suicide note. So it's going to be intriguing to read, and I'm ready. I have to brace myself because suicide is a huge trigger for me, and yeah, I just can't wait. But I just got this. Well, I pre-ordered it like nearly a year ago, and the reason I wanted to get this is because I love Junji Ito. He's one of my favorite mangaka, and yeah, it's just brilliant that this is in my possession now. I actually saw this last month in Waterstones. I don't know why it was there early, but it was, and the temptation to get it was high, but I resisted. I actually got just over a third of the price. So yeah, really glad I got this. And but yeah, I can't wait to get into this and see what it's about. That's No Longer Human by Junji Ito. And those two have been brought out by Viz Media. You probably saw when I showed you the mature tag. Beastars is also by Viz Media. Next up is a manga I have seen before a few times, but I've just picked it up because I wanted to get a manga, really. And basically, it just was piquing my interest a bit too much. I wanted to just get it and just have it in my collection finally. And this is my first manga for a while from Titan Books or Titan Comics. This is Ryuko by Eldo Yoshimizu. From what I can gather, it's probably about this girl here, who I presume is called Ryuko. Ryuko. And yeah, she's a Yakuza girl, and this basically follows her adventures in a way. And I love badass women in manga, so this will be interesting. I think there's only 2 volumes in this series, so it'll be interesting to see how this actually goes, because I would probably think this may be a little bit short of a series, but time will tell. And like I say, this is by Titan Comics as it's up here. I mean, this is not a cheap manga, because normally in this sort of size and print it would have been like £10 or something like that, but because this is by Titan Books / Titan Comics, this actually came up to £13, and it actually says here suggested for mature readers. So this is yet another mature manga in my collection. I'm getting a lot of mature manga lately and a lot of older teen manga because I am obviously getting a bit older. Being 26 now, obviously it's making sense, but yeah, and obviously my tastes are kind of changing, but at the same time I do like your typical shonen manga and stuff like that. So, but yeah, I am actually looking forward to reading this Ryuko by Eldo Yoshimizu Volume 1. So yeah, that is that, and I like this cover. It's very detailed somewhat, so yeah, that's that. Next up is a fairly new series. I've been hearing very, very good things about this, and this is one of the manga that my mum got me for my birthday. Well, she took me to Waterstones and she asked me which books do I want, and I showed her which ones, and she agreed to get me 4, and this is the first of the 4. I've got The Way of the Househusband, Volume 1 by Kousuke Oono, and this is another Viz Media title, as you can see down there, and this is for older teens, so 16 plus. Yeah, I don't really know much about this apart from reading the blurb, which I would just assume follows this guy here. He's called the Immortal Dragon. He was one of the most feared members of the Yakuza. Again, a Yakuza character. But he's now taken the role of the house husband after... Well, I don't know what happens because I've not read this, but yeah, it will be very interesting to see how he actually gets about doing his house husbandy things. And just by looking at the first page, I'm not going to show you because I've seen copyright claims lately and it's scaring me a bit. Yeah, just by looking at the first page, even though I've not read it, the artwork looks incredible, so I'm excited to read this. And I think the second volume's out already as well, so I am a little bit behind, but it's a fairly new series, obviously, and I am looking forward to reading it. So, yeah, this is The Way of the Househusband, Volume 1 by Kousuke Oono. Next up is a yaoi manga, or could it be classed as a yaoi manga, or even just a simple boys love manga, because it says boys love in the description. It is The Wise Beasts of the Wizarding Wisdoms by Nagabe, who is the same mangaka as the girl from the other side. I did not expect him to, or them, or whatever, to do a manga like this, but here we go. And this is for teens, so this is obviously for 13 plus because it's a boys love manga. And yeah, I am actually looking forward to reading this because I mean, it may not be everyone's cup of tea because it's another one of those school things apparently where everyone's a beast and stuff like that, or like a creature. So from what I can see here, I can see cats, rabbits, bats, wolves and stuff like that. So yeah, and yeah, it gives me a very Hogwartsy vibe just by looking at the front page. Well, the first, like like one of the color pages, because there's a couple of color pages in here. One of the first ones actually the castle that they're in reminds me of Harry Potter, and yeah, this is apparently kind of similar to that. But yeah, I'm actually looking forward to reading this, and this is by Seven Seas, and I'm I just can't explain it enough because I'm actually really looking forward to getting into this. It's a one shot as well, so obviously this will be complete. And yeah, that is The Wise Beasts of the Wizarding Wisdoms by Nagabe. Okay, next up is a series I have seen and I've wanted to get it, and now I have it in my possession. It makes me have it everything up to date now, and I'll show you what it is now because I'm super excited to get into it because I love the series that this is based on. So I have My Hero Academia Vigilantes volumes 1 to 6, and it's by Hideyuki Furuhashi and Betancourt. And obviously this is based on My Hero Academia by Kohei Horikoshi, most of the volumes of which you can see behind me. Boop boop. So yeah, I'm super excited to get into this. I got volumes 1 to 4 from a gift card my future mother-in-law gifted me, and I got 5 and 6 from my mum. There's the first cover. I mean, as soon as I saw this and heard about it, I was like, oh, okay, that actually looks pretty interesting. I don't know much about this, from what I've heard, it's about people whose quirks have not really been that powerful to basically join the hero school, so they're basically doing the same thing but under their lesser great perks, basically quirks. But I'm super excited to get into it, and this is actually up to date because I thought I was missing volume 7, but apparently volume 7 comes out in June here, so yeah, that will be an interesting read. Let me show you the covers here. I have volume 1, volume 2, volume 3, volume 4, volume 5, and volume 6. The artwork looks pretty cool, I must admit, and yeah, and the cover and the backs of it looks pretty cool. Look pretty cool as well. But I'm excited to get into this because I love My Hero Academia. It's one of my favorite shonen battle manga, and I cannot wait to get the next volumes as they come out. And yeah, so yeah, like I say, volumes 1 to 4 I got from my future mother-in-law from a £25 Waterstones gift card that she gave me, and 5 and 6 were given to me by my mum. And yeah, thank you to both of them for making me have this. And yeah, My Hero Academia Vigilantes volumes 1 to 6 by Hideyuki Furuhashi and Betancourt. And yeah, as you can see, it's by Viz Media. Next up is a manga that I have seen quite a few times in Waterstones. However, I just thought, am I actually going to get this because it's a series, not a one shot like the other person, like their other work. But I am super excited to get into it. This is The Golden Sheep, Volume 1 by Kaori Ozaki, and this is published by Vertical Comics, as you can see. Kaori Ozaki is the mangaka of The God's Lie, which probably is my favourite one-shot manga of all time. It's just brilliant. It's so emotion inducing. It's so sad. It's the story is very beautiful, even though it's only like 200 plus pages. It's just crazy how much that you can fit into that, and just feel so impacted by it. It's just brilliant. But yeah, I'm super excited to read her new series. I think it's a her. I don't know people's genders that well in Japan, but this is about the same amount of pages as The God's Lie, and it's a bit thicker as well. So yeah, again, I'm looking forward to it. And I don't know much about it, but so it's the first bit says here. Uh, they say if you write down your wish, bury it under sheep tower, and then dig it up after 7 years and 7 months, your wish will come true. And there's like a blurb there, but I'm obviously not going to read all that. But I'm intrigued to see where this goes. And it actually says here that this is for ages 14 plus, so obviously it's for teenagers. But yeah, I can't wait to get into this. I think there's a couple more volumes out at the moment, but obviously I've not seen them. But I'll be excited to read it when I get the chance. And this is The Golden Sheep, Volume 1 by Kaori Ozaki. And my last manga for this month, my 15th volume, is my second pre-order of this year / decade. And it's a great one, I must say. It's a very good one. It is The Promised Neverland, Volume 13 by Kayu Shirai and Posaka Demizu, whatever. And yeah, I actually got this last week when this goes up, and yeah, I'm super happy that I've got this because I think this is coming to a close very soon, and I'm really excited to see how it goes. And yeah, basically this series involves a bunch of orphans who find out the orphanage that they're part of is not what it seems. Well, I'm not going to say what it is. Basically, when someone gets adopted, they don't actually get adopted, they actually die. In a most, well, not a gruesome way, but in a very depressing way. But yeah, I am. And then obviously they've planned their escape, and these are the main characters on the cover. You've got Emma in the middle there, you've got Norman, and you've got Ray. I think that's the one. No, sorry, that's Norman there on my right, and with the guy with the black hair there, that's Ray. But yeah, ever since I read Volume 1, I was hooked on this series. I just cannot wait for Volume 14 to come out. See how many volumes this series actually ends up having. I hope it's a nice round number, like 20. But you never know. I am super excited to get more volumes, and yeah, I can't wait to read this as well, because this series so much fails with it. Yeah, and this is obviously put up by Viz Media, and this is an older teen manga, so it's for 16 plus. So yeah, that's The Promised Neverland, Volume 13 by Kayu Shirai and Posaka Demizu or whatever. And that is it. 15 volumes already covered. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed my video. If you liked it, please like and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'm very close to hitting my goal of 250 subscribers. If you can help me get that, I would love that. And I hope you enjoyed the effort I put into making my thumbnail. And I will see you guys in my next video, which will be my monthly manga reads for this month. And yeah, I'm excited to show you what I've read. So thank you again for watching, and see you in the next video. Bye for now.